pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God.
Success team, we are going to be putting into Twilight program. It's primarily right now for students that have been home for some reason or the other and are transitioned back to school. So I'm really excited about that. We do have a Saturday option once a month, but we haven't been using that yet. So this is through a grant that we wrote and received for the next 2 years. We've met with Effective School Solution, the company that we're going to be using through that grant, that are going to be providing additional clinicians, mental health experts that are going to work with these students and with families. So we're super excited to have this program up and running. Our mentoring program has been doing well. We have a great deal of people that volunteered for this, have been paired up with NT. So these are staff members as mentors, and we have students as mentees. So they're meeting as often as they need to. I know some of our mentors have gone out and knocked on doors of students not coming to school. So watch out, students. We're here to help you. I just want to point out too that I've been touring some high schools with my son who's in 7th grade to see, the direction he wants to go in. And I think that we're just doing such a great job here at Pinelands because we do have a lot to offer. And I keep telling him, and comparing Pinelands to schools that we're seeing and saying, oh no, there's not a dual enrollment here, AP classes. You don't have a sports offerings at this one. So it just makes me proud of the things we have here. And then we had some climate surveys on out for the junior high school to get staff feedback. They were optional. And what happens with the results is they go to skip committees, and those school level committees look at the results and they think of ways that we could be better and see things that we're doing well. And I'm proud to say that I've looked through all the results, and in both schools, things are so positive. We're getting things like the administration is very supportive. They're hands-on. They're out and about. It's a great climate. Of course, some things we do better. Bathrooms get dirty throughout the day and things like that. So we are looking at all of that. But overall, extremely positive. I'm happy with the results. And then lastly, before I turn it over, just happy Thanksgiving to the board, the staff, and all of our families and students.
All right, you're up. So, as you previously mentioned, the past weekend, the drama department put on an amazing performance known as The Who Came Dinner. I loved it. It was so good. Did a fantastic job. Audience on Stop Laughing. Shout out Julia Warren. She's amazing at as long as everyone else. The high school band students also hosted a band concert titled Disney 100, where they showcased their skills playing many familiar Disney numbers. Student ambassadors and some government went to Ocean County College Leadership Conference November 14th. They listened to presenters from the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office. As you also mentioned, the girls volleyball team has advanced all the way to NJSIAA finals. Student ambassadors traveled to Eagleswood Elementary School, where they read books as students, part of Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy journey, as mentioned last month. Senior students got to go trick-or-treating, which was really exciting after school, after the bell rang, just for some fun. Thanksgiving drive is underway. Students are asked to donate to the community and their homeroom with donations when a pizza party, while their teacher will also get a $15 Walmart gift card. And lastly, as a reminder, the Extended Learning Program is still offering free SAT prep classes after school on Mondays, and the monthly calendar is posted on our website. That is all I have.
And Mr. Hewitt is here as well. So welcome, Mr. Hewitt.
I may just let the board know that Johanna's dedication is so she biked her tonight in the cold. Her chain popped off. Yet she still made it on time. So thank you, Johanna.
Did Mr. Henderson off your ride home? Is that what said? He's going to put your bike in this truck?
All right, moving on to the work session. Board forum. Do any of my fellow board members have anything they'd like to bring up to discuss at this time? All right, Mr. Blanket? No? Okay. You're not forgetting it?
Was I happy on?
Okay. What about the bus?
No.
No? All right. New business budget committee. We're looking for members. I'm assuming.
You asked for members last month. I know you had
Okay.
it.
I don't think anyone got back to me on that.
Which one, the budget?
On the budget committee. Yes. We would be meeting with,
Probably
soon.
We're meeting with the admin team at the very end of November, so probably the first week in December.
Okay.
Early
And it
If
usually,
someone doesn't want it, I'll you me on that one.
okay. Normally it's a few meetings initially, and then as we get closer to
Gather more information
Yeah.
that we get.
maybe a few more meetings up until right around March.
Yep.
So it's not
Like 4 or 5 in total.
it's not an over commitment that you have to make, but it's a great way to learn about the inner workings of the school and budget. So I had the pleasure of being on that budget committee for lots of years here. And it's so much fun. So I highly recommend it. So we're still looking, probably I will do it. Staley will do it. Anybody else is interested, please let me know.
My availability and
Okay.
it would work. And
All right.
well, we can, if you'd like to go on, and I schedule the meetings around.
I'll
send that in.
Okay.
Okay.
God. Yeah, just let me know what your availability is, and then we'll move forward with that. Old business. Anyone have any old business?
I kind of have old business. Recently signed legislation. I just wanted to point this out to everybody that there's a threat assessment team for each school now. Did you already do that? I didn't know if we were planning on doing that for the next year.
So we have a threat assessment team.
Okay.
And I know the board did approve the policy too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is just something that's additional from the state, but I thought we did, but the school meal expansion legislation as well, public education campaign is to designate education for parents and guardians about using the meal program options, which you've been doing for years. So
Yes.
we were on the forefront of that as well. I wasn't sure if you had that one.
Yes, we do.
covered. Okay,
Yep.
good. Thanks. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Hannah. Anyone else? All right, we're going to move on to item number 9, Residents Forum. Board Policy 0167 encourages community participation in every meeting. However, the board requests that the public respect the reasonable time limit when commenting on agenda items only. Would anyone like to address the board on items that are listed on our agenda? Seeing no one, we will move on to item number 10, instructional. We will need a motion to approve items A through E. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hannadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Item number 11, we need a motion to approve personnel items A through P. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Bonnicky. Are there any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hannadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Moving on to item number 12, operations. We need a motion to approve items A through E. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hannadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Report of the board secretary, business administrator. We need a motion to approve items A through K. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
And a
Second.
Thank you. Any questions?
I didn't ask one question, Melissa, earlier. I'm not sure. It's probably for Kim, but the coastal habitat restoration resilient grants, is that for the fog area as well? Oh, good. So, and it's up to $3 million? Possible. Thank you. Wow.
Any other questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hannadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Moving on to item number 15, residents forum for general topics. Board policy 0167 encourages community participation in every meeting. However, the board requests that the public respect the reasonable time limit when commenting on any topic. Is there anyone from the audience that would like to address the board on a general topic? Good evening, Mr. Miller.
Good evening, folks. Rick Meller up the Senate paper. I'm proud of myself when I report because most kids in school, the only time they get their names in the newspaper if are their athletes. And scholars or play actors, they don't usually do. I'm glad to report last month I reported on all the AP students, the AP honor students. I'm glad to report that when I pre-wrote The Man Who Came to Dinner, I got the name of every single cast member in there, no matter how short the role is. Because kids, other than athletes, you don't read much about them in newspapers. And I'm glad to report I record that. So I have this question. It used to bore me, I have to admit, during board meetings when Students of the Month were announced. But you know what? Some of those kids will never get recognized in the rest of their life. I loved it when special ed kids got a Student of the Board thing. That's going to be the only plaque that kid probably ever has in their life. So I'm wondering why Students of the Month ended. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Miller. Anyone else have a question they would like to address the board on? Seeing none?
So we still do Student of the Month, Mr. Miller up below. And Mr. Short and Mr. Henderson do it a little differently, but they still get a video recorded with the principal. I know Mr. Short does it that way. He sits with Ms. Thurber, they interview the student, and that gets pushed out to families, the video itself, and we also put it on social media. So we are getting it out that way. And then I know Mr. Henderson, I always see his on social media as well. Like we put it on the Cat Eye and we share it through the website. Yep.
All right.
Is it on the electronic sign in front of the school as well?
Mr. Henderson, yes. I don't know if Mr. Short puts their names. The Students of the Month, Mr. Short, yes.
All right, we'll move on to board forum. I'm so happy to report
I'm ready.
that Mr. Horton is back. Our board designee to give the state of the state when it comes to Pinelands Board of Ed. I give you Ms. Martin.
Great job to all of the athletic teams. Very exciting fall season, and we are heading into the winter season. It's phenomenal. And the sports marketing class that puts out
The cat attack
the
newsletter?
cat attack. It's just wonderful. I hope they know just that people actually read it and just how good they are at what they do. Really good. I'd also like to acknowledge the different clubs. We don't often hear about, the dedication and the different events that they work on, etc. I'd also like to welcome, if anyone's here, new Pinelands Regional Board of Education members. I know I'll have time when it's appropriate, those not returning, to just as a parent and board member in advance of your time ending. I'd just like to thank you for your service, your dedication to the board, just as a student, parent, and also as a board member. And something that I haven't let go of since back to school night, Senor Trinelli and the Spanish Club. I know I've brought this up before. I'm just in awe of the Pulsera project. No, I said it correctly. Good. Do you know that Senor Trinelli has a banner in her classroom that was made by recipients of the monies that students, the Spanish Club, past and present? She received the banner in grateful acknowledgement of the $16,000 that the Spanish Club has made and donated. I just think that is amazing. That's a lot of money for a club to raise, and just shows their dedication. And I just she is just wonderful. She is just absolutely wonderful. All I had to say was, what is this? And she opened up, you absolutely can see her love for the students, the club, what they stand for. I mean, just absolutely amazing. And something else along the lines of not always being recognized, but it was on my list. You're starting to hear different students, and they're starting to gather up volunteer hours and everything. We don't always hear about that, how hard they work, whatever they're aiming for. It's a lot, and I give them a lot of credit for volunteering, racking up those hours, still going to school, still playing sports, or being a dedicated club member. So kudos to them.
Thank you. Mr. Bonnick?
Very simple. Wish the entire district happy Thanksgiving.
Thank
That's
you.
all. Very simple.
I'm going to let Ms. Hannah wait. Ms. Zimmerman, before I forget, out in the Netherlands.
I have nothing further. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Thank you. Miss Betty?
I just want to add, you did good. But I do want to add that I was very impressed by the amount of support the community gives to things the school is doing. For example, the plays. They fed all the kids. The moms showed up in force with baked goods and all. Just the communities is very involved in the school, and I think that's part of what leads to greatness. So,
Thank you so much. Mr. Dalio?
Yeah. Well, I just like to wish everyone a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you spend it with the people you love and you hold dear. That's all I have.
Thank you. Ms. Hannah?
Sure. Congrats to the play. Staff, actors, amazing as always. I actually missed it, but I hear about it. So, but I just know they always do a fabulous job. And it's wonderful that they put them on, and so many people do get to go. Congrats also to, where was I? I started to write it down and I got distracted. Let's just do Mr. Hewitt. To Mr. Hewitt for winning. It was a good run, and I'll talk about it in December, but I have to go to the delegates meeting still in December, and I have one more meeting for the legislative committee. I'm going to try to make both. They're a little tight with my real estate stuff, but in December, so that's it. So we'll have 2 more reports on that.
Thank you. I would as well like to wish everyone a happy, safe, and delicious Thanksgiving.
that's good.
And to enjoy the time with their family. I would like to thank Mr. Miller for coming to our meetings and reporting out the good news that happens here at Pinelands. It's your dedication that our families and our staff here and our students appreciate so much. I did have the pleasure of seeing the play. One of my grandchildren was a stagehand, so of course I had to come and see it. But what a delight it was! Truly a delight. You're right. It just I left there just giggling and laughing. And Julia Morin was amazing. She was amazing. I do believe someday we're going to see bigger and amazing things from her. But so much fun. Shout out to the drama department, Mr. and Mrs. DeFrancia, Mr. Miller, and everyone else that's involved in that. They always do a really, really good job. They never disappoint. And just what a neat thing to see the community come out and enjoy it and see a professional play here at Pinelands. So really, really good stuff. Shout out again to all the athletic teams, in particular volleyball. I wasn't able to go, but Dr. McCulley was there, and I was getting the update. And when they lost at the very end, I was like, oh, but what a great run. And there's going to be amazing things for them as well going forward. With that, we'll have a motion to adjourn, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Oh, wait, one more thing.
Aye.
Go Birds. Go
Yeah,
Birds.
Uh,
Go Birds.
Tonight, it's tonight.